Hi, I'm Arunda Holliday and I'm the Executive Director of the Knitting Guild Association. And I'd like to welcome you to TNNA, which is the trade show for our industry. This is the winter show. And generally what we've done in our magazine Cast On is to review new products that I will look at this show. But unfortunately, they don't, the magazine would not appear until the fall or winter, and so they're no longer new products. So what we're going to do this year instead is we're going to do this short video of the new products that we've been scouting out and that we love. I'll be introducing some of the vendors, and some members of the Master Hand Knitting Committee are going to be introducing others. So let's go on into the show. The first thing that you see when you come to register as an attendee is the registration desk, and you're given a book and a badge which allows you to go into the show. The general public is not allowed to attend a trade show. You have to be a member of the organization or a vendor in order to attend. This is Mary Moran, and the company that she represents is the Knitting Zone, and they are the North American distributors for HiyaHiya needles. And the reason why I selected Mary is that she has a product that I'm very interested in, and she'll be talking about that.
I'd like to introduce you to HiyaHiya's upcoming small interchangeable set. And while many companies have interchangeable sets from size 2 through size 15, HiyaHiya is coming out with zeros, ones, 1.5, 2s, and 2.5 that come in an interchangeable set with 4 cables, with the idea that they're perfect for people who knit socks. They'll include 2 24-inch cables, a 32-inch cable, and a 40-inch cable for people who are like me, who like to knit 2 socks at the same time. And these are the sharp tips. They'll come in a case. You'll be able to buy them individually, or they'll come in the HiyaHiya case that has 17 pockets for your needle tips, and then 2 zipper pockets to store your cables and to store your accessories. These are ebony double points. They come in size 1 up to size 9, and they're either 6 inches or 8 inches. And these are mango wood, which is a wonderful, colorful, textured wood that's really very smooth. They all have very sharp tips, and the gift sets that are available come in these beautiful cases that are very portable and easy to carry around with you when you're traveling and taking your knitting with you.
Now, are those available now?
Those are available right now.
We're at the Baa Yarn booth, and this is the dyer of this fabulous yarn, Miracle, who I've known for several years now. We've used her yarn a lot in our designs for Cast On because not only are the colors beautiful, the quality of the yarn is exceptional. And she is showing a new yarn this season called Manhattan.
It's called Manhattan.
And I fell in love with it.
And we have it right here. And we have 16 different colors in Manhattan. And it's a fingering weight yarn, so it's great for shawls and great for sweaters. And
what is the fiber content?
Fiber content in that is 70% super fine merino and 30% cashmere.
And I wish you could touch this yarn. It's the sort of thing you feel like throwing in a pile and rolling in. It is just heavenly.
Thank you.
And Mira's colors are just spectacular. And so the yarns that she carries, that she does, are fingering weight through worsted. And again, the quality of these yarns, the base that she uses is exceptional. This is Sabrina Famelos, who is the owner of Anzula Yarns, which is a yarn that we use in the magazine quite a bit because she has a fantastic range of types of yarns that she does, and her dyeing is absolutely magnificent. Sabrina, what yarn are you standing by?
We're standing next to Vera. Vera is silk and linen. It's 365 yards, and people are loving it for t-shirts and cardigans. I have a short sleeve cardigan that takes 2.5 skeins to make for my size. And this shawl, I just love. It was in our fashion show. It took 2
yeah,
skeins.
it was lovely in the fashion show.
Thank you so much. And so yeah, we love it, and it is a great versatile yarn for warm weather, humid weather, and a lot of the country. You want to wear knits year round, and this is something you can wear all year long.
Yeah, and particularly the way that they air condition, it's nice. The other thing that Sabrina does, she's here doing wholesale, but she travels around the country, and I know this because I was lucky enough to live in a town where she visited with her trunk show.
So we visit our shops. We don't do any retail direct to the public. We work directly with our shops to do all of our events. And so we tour the country and visit our shops. We take about 20 suitcases full of our yarns. We have 18 lines of yarn in 113 colors. And we take all of them with tons and tons of knits, a clothing rack that you might see. And we do events where we're talking to you, we're talking to the customers in the shops, selling the yarn, and it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. I wound up taking a lot of yarn home, and I don't need any more yarn, but I have it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for talking to us,
Thank you so
Sabrina.
much.
Good luck at the show.
Thank you.
This is Sandy Barnes from Shibui Knits, and this is one of my very, very, very favorite yarns. What I love about her yarns is the simplicity and the elegance and the really sophisticated yarn palette. She has a new product that I am dying to try.
This is Rain, and Rain is 100% mercerized cotton. It's a chainette, and it doesn't tend to stretch because of the construction of this, the chainette. And it's, I'm wearing a piece right now.
Oh, and it is so beautiful.
That's knit with Rain. So it's available in these colors.
And it'll be available
February 12th.
Yes, and this video isn't going out until then, so if your store carries Shibui, make sure they have this yarn because you are going to want to work with it.
Hi, I'm Celia McAdam Cahill, and I'm on the TKGA Master Knitting Committee, and I'm here talking to Caroline Sommerfeld of Ancient Arts Yarns, who has some exciting and really fascinating yarns that she's brought to market, and I'd like to ask you a little bit about those. First, the Reinvent yarn, the new recycled you have.
Reinvent is a fun yarn because what we've done is we've worked with a mill to develop an environmentally sensitive yarn, one that takes fibers that would normally be lost in the milling process, reclaims them and puts them into a beautiful fiber blend for the knitter who wants to lessen their impact on the earth but have a luxury knitting experience. So it's a blend of beautiful merino and other wools, mohair, silk, little nylon and acrylic for strength. Knits up into all sorts of different fabrics, gives you a little bit of a mohair halo and a lot of drape and color sense.
And what I wanted to mention is the colorways that you've done in this are just beautiful. And I know at least two of the members of the committee that are here have indulged in picking some up for their stash. So you know that we're discerning people, and the colorways are just beautiful.
That's one of the things that I love about it, is thanks to the mohair and the silk component, is it just dyes with beautiful, rich, luminous colors. It's a joy to work with.
Well, and also tell us about your Meow and Woof collection.
Well, we wanted to do something that would turn back and benefit society with the yarn company, because yarn is all about people. So we started a charity line of yarn based on cats and dogs, and what we do is we donate a portion of the proceeds of each skein sold to animal rescue charities. And it's been a huge success because people love to buy the yarn for all sorts of reasons. They buy it to memorialize their pets, they buy it to coordinate with their pets, they buy it to make gifts for their friends. They'll make little stuffed toys for children.
Like this? Isn't that adorable?
So it's a lot of fun for people because they can take their love of animals and they can do something practical with it and something whimsical.
Oh, and it's really, it has such personality that it really attracted me to it.
It really does, because each one of the colorways is inspired by specific cats, and you'll find on the labels photos of the cats that inspired the colorway, and they're all rescue animals as well. And they're also inspired by stories that people will give us. So if they tell us about a special cat, we might make a colorway to match that cat.
Oh, that's
Same thing with the dogs. So we have the dog line, and it's meant to be as dog friendly as possible. So we have colors that will cover a lot of different breeds. And of course, ones that are near and dear to our hearts. We try to do some of the colorways based on dogs that are service dogs. So we have a Saint Bernard for the rescue component. We have Dalmatians because they're historically working with firemen and so on.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you so much for talking to us.
My pleasure.
Hi, I'm Christina Hanger. I'm with the TKGA Master Knitting Committee, and I'm here with Jade Sapphire from Jade Sapphire Yarn, and they have some exciting new yarns that she's going to talk about. So first, we wanted to ask you about Relux. You can tell us about Relux.
I'd love to. Relux is a 100% recycled cashmere. It is actually made from gently used cashmere sweaters that have been cut into little pieces and run through a series of processes and carding machines to bring the yarn back to fiber, which can be dyed and respun into yarn. So that's what we have here.
And you've got an example here of a cow, and it comes in a bunch of different colors.
We have it in 8 colors. It's a chunky weight. That was our first foray into recycling, to get a chunky weight, which is very popular right now.
Right, and so because it's recycled, it's a lot more
Less expensive.
Less
yes.
expensive. I wasn't going to say more expensive. That was wrong. Less expensive, and great for an accessory project. Though you have some sweaters in the back that just feel great.
It's actually great for outerwear because it's chunky. It's great. We have a poncho knit out of it. We have a sweater, and it's basically almost half the price of our regular cashmere.
Yeah, which is a great deal. And then the other yarn that you have that I wanted you to talk about is called Ooh, and if you unfortunately can't feel it through the video, but this yarn is the best feeling yarn I've ever felt in my life.
Yes. This yarn is another 100% cashmere yarn. It's a brushed yarn. It starts out as a boucle, and it's put through some machines that brush it out, so there's a lot of a halo to it. And it's also a chunky weight, and it's just indescribably soft. Like a cloud.
So really some fun colors. You've got the natural colors, but also some of the really brights and fun colors for accessories.
These may not be natural colors.
Well, but they look sort of
may not
natural.
be.
Okay, you're an expert, but so anyway,
especially this one.
I knew that wasn't. I was like, that's a fun accent color, but those look natural to me. But maybe they're helped a little bit with nature. So, but Jane, thanks so much for letting us come to your booth and
pleasure.
talk to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, I'm here talking to Diana McKay of Mountain Colors, and this company has been around for more than 24 years and has some beautiful staple yarns in all kinds of beautiful hand-painted colorways, but they have a new product at the show here, and Diana, why don't you tell us about it?
Okay, we're introducing our Twizzlefoot yarn, which is a takeoff on our very, very popular Twizzle yarn. And this is our sock weight equivalent. It makes beautiful socks, but what's very nice about it is just the way it produces nice socks and shawls. It comes in about 70 colorways at this point. Right, and it's been very popular, and people tell us that it's selling well.
And tell us about the yarn content.
The yarn
or the fiber content.
It's actually a superwash and a silk yarn. So what's interesting about it is one of the plies is silk, and it takes the dye a little bit differently than just the regular superwash wool.
And I have to say, I think, certainly in the colorways we're seeing here, having the silk fiber in there makes the transitions between the colors a little more subtle and really a richer feel to it.
Right, and it kind of gives it a tweedy appearance too. The light just plays with the color in a nice way.
Yeah, it's beautiful yarn, and thank you for letting us take a look at it and talking to you today.
Well, you're very welcome. Thank you.
Hi, this is Christina again, and we've been wanting to show you Chica, but their booth is so busy that we haven't been able to get a hold of Joanna to talk, and since she's here to sell, and we're really happy that she is, we thought we would just show one of her new needle cases, and this is really cool because you can put 2 different sets of interchangeable needles in it, and it's got this case to put your cables, and it's a little envelopes too for the accessories, so to speak, and it zips up really nice, and it's a great new product offering by Chica, and we love all of their products, so be sure you check it out. Thanks.
Hi, Celia here again. I'm here talking to Karen Scel of Scel Yarns, as well as Haiku. And as we were walking around the TNNA all the booths, we were really taken with the Sueño, your new yarn. It's merino and bamboo, and it's just luscious. Could you tell us more about it?
It is merino and bamboo. It is made in Peru. It has a great elasticity to it because of the bamboo rayon that's in there. It gives it a little bit of softness and a little bit of sheen. So it has a fantastic color range. I'm not exactly sure how many colors, but I'm sure it's like 25 plus.
Well, you can see all the great variety. It goes from brights to more subtles and neutrals.
Yes.
And it's in worsted as well as a DK sport.
Well, I'm glad you asked that. It is in a worsted and it is in a DK, but don't let that fool you. What we've done is we've done swatches. where we've done both the worsted and the DK, ranging from a needle size. I believe in the DK we started at maybe a 2, went up to a 9, and as you can tell, there isn't a single gauge here that doesn't work.
It all looks beautiful.
It looks beautiful and it feels beautiful. So
you can't at any of these gauges you can't say, oh, that's too loose or too tight. Even the really tight gauges are lovely.
And it's the same thing with the worsted. We did the exact same thing. We just started with a larger needle size and did it. So yeah, and it makes a great skirt if you do a lot of panels.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us, Karen.
You're
this
welcome.
is beautiful yarn.
It is. It's a lovely yarn. Thank you.
Thanks. I'm here with Marcy Winter of Delicious Yarns, and I have to tell you, your yarns are delicious. You've got some beautiful things here, and a really kind of a different take on variegated yarns. Could you tell us about it?
Sure, absolutely. We were in the hunt for some yarn that it's full of color, but not so much. Really subtle and wearable, and we've come up with these combos. Right here we have our sweets. This is a kettle dyed background with little bites of contrast in each one. They're all named for food or something like that. For instance, this is black cherry, and we have blueberry oatmeal over here.
And I love the way you have these little pops of color, blips, however, and then you were telling me that those blips are then duplicated in your tonals that are behind
Correct.
you.
Our tonals are, we call them frostings. They are kettle dye without the bites of contrast, and all of these colors go with the sweets over here. So if you choose dreamsicle, for instance, the strawberry in the dreamsicle is over here in the frosting. So everything goes together.
And what I really like about these is that there are a lot of variegated yarns that are out there, but you work them up and you're not sure what to do with them because they don't look as good in a garment as they do on the skein. And so this, because they're just little pops of color, you don't have to worry about the pooling that you do with a lot of variegated.
Exactly, or just being overcome with color. Not everybody can wear all of that. So again, that's what we were searching for, is something that was subtle and simple and really wearable, even if you wanted to make a big sweater out of it.
And it's beautiful yarn, and it feels wonderful. And I really thank you for talking to us, Marcy.
Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Hi there, it's Christina again, and I'm with Frances Chester from Chestari Yarn Company, and I have to tell you that they're one of my favorite yarns, and I love their, let's see, make sure I get it right. It's the Island Collection, which is a wool, silk, cotton blend, and in fact I was telling Frances that I wore this yesterday, so I really do love your yarn. It's really fabulous yarn. And he was telling me about some new yarns that they're doing now with cotton. So can you tell us a little bit about how, oh, I should also say that Chestari is in Virginia. Their ranch with their sheep is in Virginia. Their mill is in Virginia. So they are all about being American made. So tell me your story now about Virginia cotton.
Right. In the eastern part of Virginia, around the Richmond city area, they used to raise a lot of peanuts. And then the price of peanuts fell. So they wanted an alternate crop. So Virginia Tech, which is our ag college for the state, decided that it would be a good idea for them to raise cotton. Now Virginia is not known for cotton.
No, I didn't know that.
They're known for peanuts. So what happened was the first crop that came in, the inspectors looked at it and said to the ranchers, "What did you do to this cotton?" So the guys were concerned, said, "Gee, did we do something wrong?" Well, it turned out to be that it was good, beautiful cotton.
It is
and
beautiful.
they said, "What did you do to it?" They said, "Well, prior we raised peanuts." Well, peanuts is a leguminous plant, which means it adds to the ground rather than taking away. So when that happened, I got wind of it, and our cotton production that we put in our mill is Virginia grown.
And it's beautiful. The colors are beautiful. And so I think you have this in worsted and a sport weight?
No, it's
in the worsted?
It's in the DK weight,
okay,
and
DK.
also fingering weight.
Oh, okay, that's even better.
And we have two new ones. We have the pure cotton.
Okay.
And by the way, we do our own dyeing. And by the way, all the dyes have been approved by the EPA.
Okay, so it's eco-friendly.
They even said we can discharge it in our septic system.
Oh, goodness.
Now you can't get any safer than that.
You can't. But it's beautiful colors. And this is?
And this here is our cotton linen. The linen comes from France, and of course the cotton is Virginia.
It's beautiful. So Francis, thank you so much. You know I'm a big fan, but thank you for letting us come and talk to you today.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure,
Take
yeah.
care. Keep up the good work.
Okay.
I'm standing in front of the TNNA lounge where they've set tables up, and this is where we go after we've looked at all of the yarn. We've really enjoyed showing you these products, and we've seen some wonderful things. So go to your local yarn stores and ask them to order these things. Thanks, and see you in June.